Hey, everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Addicted Fishing podcast. We got Cam and Jason in the studio tonight, and we're going to talk a little bit of salmon fishing. The Springer season so far this year has not been very good. It's been a little crappy. So we're gonna dive into that. But before we do, we got a few little announcements. Clint, what announcements do I need to announce here? Anything? We got Mr. Clint back. If you guys didn't know, Clint also runs the podcast and the live feed, so we can talk to him while we're recording these podcasts. And
kind of producer.
That maybe.
Ooh.
Is that going to come out in time? That's this weekend. You think you're going to have it edited up, bud?
Heard that before.
Huh?
All right, guys. So Next Adventure has a warehouse sale this weekend. So if you guys are looking to get anything Next Adventure, kayaks, rafts, anything, water equipment, camping equipment, anything like that, Next Adventure is the place to go. They have a warehouse sale going on this weekend. So lots of super, super good deals that they always do.
Up to 70% off on products. That's pretty crazy.
Of the deals are crazy.
That's a pretty good discount.
Also, if you guys didn't know, we dropped our spring merch drop on addicted.fishing. Tons of new products, new merch, new everything on the website right now. And if you didn't know, we finally released the Addicted sunglasses. So head over to the website, check them out. They've been selling really well.
A story about those for you, buddy.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I got a story about those.
Tell me.
Like, I can tell you that was those yellow lenses were like of
Clutch.
all importance for what I pulled on one of the tournament days.
That's cool.
Like, definitely. Like,
well, this is a great transition because the first way I wanted to start this podcast, if you guys didn't know, Cameron has been competing in professional bass tournaments, and he actually just competed in his very first one ever. And, dude, I was cheering you on the whole time, watching every single one of the live feeds, jumping on. I was having Jen record them all, so we have all of them recorded so we can post them at a later date. But, dude, it was crazy that you took 10th.
Top 10.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I had a lot of faith in you. I didn't know if I had a top 10 finish in you.
10 out of what?
The way this West Coast kind of Super 60 kind of thing works is that, like, there's 70 anglers, but my bar for the tournament was 55 and above. Because if I'm 55 and above, I can avoid the cut line for 2026. Like, so I don't want to be in that bottom 15 because they're all going to get cut at the end of the year.
Dude, he always sets his bar so low.
That was where my head was at trying to go into this. And then, so like to squeak into the final day, like only the top 10 guys. I went in at 8th and into the final day, and then realizing kind of how woefully unprepared I was. Not really woefully unprepared, but like not definitely like didn't really have a game plan because like how I got to the party was fishing a certain way for spotted bass, and then when you go to day 3, the weights reset. Everyone starts at 0. If you make that goal, you're in, and then it's all weight. And I'm not going to get. I wasn't going to collect the $50,000 check.
You were going to catch an almost 13-pounder like that one guy did.
No, but what's crazy is like just to talk. I didn't tell you this. I told Clint this, but like this is like how that day 3 works out. Like that guy smoked the whole tournament for the first 2 days by like 4 or 5 pounds. Naturally, he had a 13 freaking pounder. I've never laid eyes on a bass that big in my life. Not even close. Monster. He only weighed 7 pounds on the last day.
Oh, wow.
Nothing against him, but it just tells you like how you got to have like there was a huge weather shift that night and things got stormy. Dude, it was like I was fishing on the Columbia River in March again. Great. It was nasty. And then the plan that I had to kind of switch to, I figured the only way that I was going to get like a big fish, like one like that, and from hearing his story was like he found it bedding. He found it cruising, and I thought, okay, well, the weather sucks. It's not really ideal for this today because it's windy. The surface is broken, but I'm going to go look for bedding fish. And basically, I found one like right away in the morning. I was like, there's one, 3-pounder. Whap, get him. I'm like, shoot, all I got to do is hit 4 more times. I got 7.5 hours to do it 4 more times. And basically ran around the lake and never found another one again. That one fish just absolutely hosed me.
Oh,
and then because only about 10% of that population was up. And the other 90% was down where Greg found him.
In deep water?
In deeper water, 30-foot of water is where he got him.
Oh, really?
And he cracked him. But then again, I watched Tyler, the kid who took second, I watched him catch that 6.5 pounder in like less than 2 feet of water. So I
So
felt like
they were like some were deep, some were shallow.
some were deep. The problem is the lake
He
is
should
so
have thrown
big.
a spinnerbait.
The lake, he caught it on a white spinnerbait.
Dude, I'm telling you that when it gets windy and rainy and crappy like that, dude, the spinnerbait dominates.
Did you hear his story? He's like, oh man, you should go back. It's pretty cool. Like, I mean, not to talk. We don't want to talk about bass fishing that much, but I could tell you, like, I was going around this island. I didn't know he was there.
This is the thing, though, Cam. People, there's probably a lot of people who don't give a shit about bass fishing, but they care about you, bud.
This is interesting, and I appreciate that. But this is like, it's funny. I was going around the island. I thought I was by myself, and Ty was on the other side of the island. I didn't know it. Like, I came in there. I'm like, oh, just another area. I got to try to fish that's not that the wind direction was coming from the south, so I had to find everything that was like not going to be windy, so I can see in the water to look for these beds. So I was cruising along the island, long and short. All of a sudden, I hear this just blood curdling, yeah, and I thought someone had died because it didn't sound like he was saying yes. And I look, I mean, just as our boats are coming around about 30 yards apart, and he's like grabbing this giant son of a gun out of the water, and I was like, good God! And I'm giving him a fist pump. He's a younger angler from Pasco, I think he is, and I talked with him a little bit previously. Anyways. And I saw him land that fish, and I'm like, well, that was the freak. Like, so it kind of told me a little bit like probably what I was doing was right because you needed that fish. He ended up having like 18.2 because he had a bunch of spotted bass, and then that one. He had a bunch of like 2 pounders.
Yeah.
And then that one. And then Greg beat him by like 18.6 or something. It was like, he was right there.
Dang.
And
That's
actually,
so
when
cool.
he caught that fish, we were both going around this island and then working.
Greg's the guy that caught the big one the first day.
No, Sean was.
Oh, okay.
Greg was the guy who won it.
And he caught some big ones the last day, too.
He got like 18. He was like upper 18 pounds. But we were both working around this island, and then there was a cove back there, and we were both definitely going to work that island and drop right into the cove along the bank. And once I saw him catch that, I was like, dude, I can't go in front of him and steal a 4-pounder because now he's got a chance to win like it all. And so I turned around and backed out. But at least, like I said, I felt like I was doing it right. If I would have found 4 more beds, I would have got them.
Yeah, for sure.
There would have been hot fish. But just spent a lot. I mean, God, I burned so much time and gas and everything running around that day 3. But what it tells me is for the next time, if it ever happens again, I need to have a more of a solid like day 3. Like I was never looking at day 3 fishing this tournament. I didn't even have a hotel reservation for Saturday night. I swear to God, I was going to fish Friday, Saturday, and drive halfway home Saturday night. So when I made. There's only one casino out there called the Chicken Ranch. Beautiful place. Like, I mean, taking the wife next year, right?
I wouldn't be able to be there.
It was epic, dude. This place was freaking, I mean, it was creme. And this is how bad it was. I get in and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't have a hotel room. I packed my stuff that morning. I was going home. Even though after day 1, I was like in it. I was at 9th or something. I was in it. Oh, I go in there and it's Saturday night in a casino where there's nothing else for like hours away. It's like the hot spot. I go in there in my uniform and I'm like, do you guys have a room? Like, we don't have any rooms. Like, they don't even have like the king suite. I'm like, I pay $500 for a room right now. I don't give a crap. They have no rooms.
Dang.
And so fortunately, Brian Smith, he's the one of the guys that's on the elites. He's flying back to North Carolina today to compete. And he's like, oh, my travel partner left. They turned down the room. He's like, you want that other bed? I'm like, oh, thank you, God. So I didn't even have a room.
So you stayed with him?
I had no day. Yeah, I did. I had no day 3 plan
whatsoever
at all. Not even where I was going to sleep the night before. That's how not committed I was to day 3, which is not the way if you want to win $50,000 doing this or $150 in the final tournament. So at the end of the day,
where's the final tournament?
It's at Clear if I make it. They only take the top 30 guys. That's why I practiced at Clear on the way down. I wanted to get a little familiar, but if anything, like I got a 10th, I got a nice check, and I got buku points like in a tournament that I was worried about for fishing that top 30 at the end in November at Clear Lake. So that was really, really important. But I was not planning on any
And your
of that.
next one is down in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Is there big fish in that lake?
There's big fish in that lake, and that lake, from what I'm hearing, is going to be more of a traditional largemouth like summer fishery. They'll be post spawn. They'll be
the worst.
Well, they'll be like quite a ways post spawn because they're
okay.
spawning like February, March. They're probably already done it.
Oh, okay.
It's a warm. It's right by Havasu. It's Arizona. It's 110 down there right now or whatever.
Yeah, so
They're
they
frying.
spawned a long time
So they
ago.
spawn. So it's going to be more of a traditional like, associating like the structure, ledges, cover, like kind of like a, like a silk goose would be like when you and I went.
Yeah.
So I'm really like, in talking to some of the guys, it sounds like it's more of that because that high mountain, cold weather, cold water bass fishing, dude, it's just freaking tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always struggled with it, and that's why I didn't like this tournament, but freaking here we are. So yeah, I'm going to go fry in the desert in May while you guys are all ripping springers above Bonneville. I'm not mad though.
You'll have fun.
Oh yeah,
You're going to do good.
It'll be crazy.
Well, speaking of that, let's talk about some springers.
Yeah, Springer
Let's
fishing's
transition.
so good.
Let's transition over to some fish that people actually care
What
about.
springers?
Exactly. No, Springer fishing. Yeah, it was so good. I went stealing the last 2 days. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, what do you think's going on? Have you, in your entire fishing career, have you seen a Springer season since it's gotten better? Not going back to
not
when
before pre-2000s.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Is this bad?
Yeah, there has been. There's been some real high water, blown out, flooding Columbias. But what's crazy is that it seemed like even back in those days when we had like this flooding and I just remember like anchoring in the bushes.
Yeah,
up at
people would
Caterpillar.
still get them.
We would still get We'd still get them, or at least people were still trying.
There
Out
was
there
literally
trying, yeah.
no one trying.
Yeah, people were.
That's also an issue, I think.
People were still trying, and they're not trying right now. And what's crazy? So I was talking to my clients for Friday. It's Wednesday when we're filming this podcast on the way in, and I was looking at the turbidity at Vancouver, and I'm like, it's 10. I'm like, I've seen worse. Like, I mean, to me, it's like if a guy would go up and anchored in 6-8 feet of water with quick fish on a nice kind of inside seam somewhere, like
You should get a couple chances.
right. I mean, in 7, and the thing is, like, we're well above like 10-year average over Bonneville right now. Like 10-year average stuff was like I was talking about it with Ryan just yesterday, and it's like 10, 20 fish. We had 70 go over yesterday. Like, so fish are moving.
Yeah.
Oh, so there is some coming now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but that's over Bonneville. Those things, I mean, I don't know. Like, part of me almost wants to, like, I'm going to steelhead fish tomorrow because that's what the guys after today, I had the same guys tomorrow, and they had, like, fun today, and they're like, this was crazy. I thought we'd be just trolling and sitting on our butts all day. I'm like, no. So now I'm going to take them to a different river tomorrow. But Friday, I may send it. We got good weather Friday. It's supposed to be nice and sunny and
Are you
warm.
going to troll or are you going to anchor fish?
Probably troll maybe a little bit in the morning because I think the high was what, like at 9? Maybe just like a pass or two, and then probably just go anchored up in, like I said, 6-8 feet of water and just fish high and tight.
Because the river is kind of high right now, but it's not super high, right?
Right. It's at, I think it was at like 12 feet at Vancouver.
Yeah.
16 foot's flooding, if I remember right. But
So you definitely are going to.
But I drove down after my trip yesterday. I drove down. I'll say it. I drove down to Lyons, and there was like 8 or 9 boats there, and the guide that you and I both know in Sitka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is I saw his truck there. And I went, oh, okay. I was thinking about giving him a call, but I didn't need to. Because when I pulled into the ramp this morning on the river, on the little river, he was there.
Oh, nice.
And I'm
That tells you enough.
Exactly. I go, what are you doing here? Why aren't you out there trolling, spinning herring and doing that? He's like, because I did it all day yesterday. And then he was where I was at this morning. So I was like,
beat my head against the wall long enough.
Exactly. So I was kind of like, well, that tells me that he's not generally, at least I don't think, he's not generally like an anchor guy and stuff. And then
I will say, like, the last few days, it was like social media has been absolutely dead. Usually people are posting pictures of springers. In the last few days, there's been a few popping up for sure.
I feel like you wouldn't be dead. There's obviously fish. I think the other thing too that really sucked and didn't time well for us is obviously the smelt run.
Yeah, and they're gone mostly now, right?
Awful.
They were all over in the trip I was in today.
Oh, what? I thought they had all
I've seen a bunch
made their
of them.
way out. What the frick?
No, they were pulling them live out of the screw traps in there. I was watching the department guys do that, and I was seeing schools of them in the upper river again. They were still there.
Again?
They're still there. I mean, they're
Damn.
Because they were out. They were out this last weekend when I was up there.
Freaking piles of them.
Really?
Well, the water's also probably 4 foot lower than you and you.
True.
So I'm
Very
seeing them.
true.
Yeah, they were all over them.
Dude, there was like 60 sea lions at the mouth, probably, and then they were gone.
Yeah,
so I thought the smelt left.
Dude, that
Well,
day
they
you and I
left, they
went.
upriver. I'm sure if you went below that dam, there probably is just a freaking metric ton of them there. I mean, they move up, but it's like, where are they going to go? So, I mean,
sea lions are
but my
so
point
bad,
is, like,
dude.
I think
You think they're ever going to do anything about those freaking things?
Why would you ever think that the state and federal government would ever do something to actually do benefit salmon and steelhead? Like, give me a break. They've been, yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm in Northern California on a river I've never fished. Mm-hmm. We're cruising up the river, and there's a sea lion eating a green sturgeon.
Yeah.
I'm like, these things are everywhere, just decimating everything.
You know, it's so stupid. We did such a good job 40 years ago when they enacted all the ESA, Sea Mammal Protection Acts when they were endangered and extinct and all sorts of whatever. And we've done a great job at managing those populations back to where they are now. But now it's like they can't fight themselves out of a wet paper bag figuring out what to do with them now because now they're overpopulated.
Invasive,
if you would. Yes.
Same thing that will happen with wolves and everything else that they do.
They got something to study.
Yep.
And honestly, if those seals and sea lions keep eating those salmon and steelhead, well, they study the seals and sea lions, and guess what? They study the depressed runs of salmon and steelhead. So it sounds really great for bureaucracy. Somebody give Elon a call for the love of God, please. Like, let's just figure this stuff out now. It is crazy.
I can't believe it. I've never seen that many in the Columbia. Ever.
It was
every river mouth, dude, was like just.
It was nuts, dude.
I saw the videos too from even down at the Calais.
Dude, it was crazy. How
it was the
were.
most sea lions I'd ever seen.
But again, the numbers going over bond. See, I don't think those sea lions hunt that well for salmon.
Oh no,
it's a little muddier. So I think it's like, so you look at the Bonneville count, and if I remember, I thought.
Well, I would think that they would definitely go for the more. Like clouded up bait fish.
Anyway, too.
Yeah. I mean, something they can go into a big cloud of them and get 10 of them in one swoop, you know?
Yeah, those fat, oily, disgusting fish. Yeah, dude, 69 fish went over yesterday.
Yeah, that's...
So let's look at that compared. I mean, even the day before that, it was 29, 31, 25, 29. Like, those numbers were good. And then when I looked at it, compared to the 10-year, a lot of the 10-year averaging for right now is like 10, 11. 14.
When do the majority of them start to go over? Like when do we see like numbers quite a bit higher than
last week of April, first week of May?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Last week of April, you'll see it really ramp up depending on conditions. And then some years it's like the first, second week of May, but.
So right now it says we're going to get Springer season until April 6th. You think we're going to get extensions?
I kind of thought we would hear something today about a meeting Thursday or Friday, because right now it's scheduled to close on Sunday.
Yep.
So I kind of thought in fact, I got 2 calls about that. Francis called me too. He's like, "What have you heard?" I'm like, "Dude, I've heard nothing. I'm in California."
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really care, but there's no way. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got 2,500 fish to catch, 3,000 somewhere in there. I can't remember how the number rolled up, and there's no freaking way we're even close. Like,
absolutely not.
We've got to be down around 100. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's
probably less than that.
But I will say, he's like, well, they should have announced the meeting Monday. I'm like, they're not going to do that, because traditionally this is the week that we go from catching, 10 to 100 a day to 100 to 1,000 a day. Like, when those fish show up, we have the tendency to catch 2,000 fish in 2 days if it gets really good. Now, with the conditions, it's not going to happen. But that's why I think they're going to push it till Friday.
And with the participation.
If they even, there is no, yeah.
There's just nobody out there.
Yeah, we do have the ability to show up.
That's true.
A couple guides post those desperate, "I got 3 springers, book me now." And
yep.
Boom, people will be there.
That'll happen.
It'll happen. No, it's definitely a interesting year. I mean, I never thought I'd be like, drifting steelhead on April 2nd or 3rd, whatever the hell the day is.
I always do like a later steelhead season. I'll run my steelhead season into the first, second week of April sometimes. And, in those deeper spots, deeper kegger holes, I'll run some salmon gear and sometimes get a couple early ones. But I usually don't start my Springer season until about just after Easter.
Yeah.
Weekend
that's
of
because
Easter.
you're primarily trip fishing. If you were in the big river, they would be totally different story.
For sure.
But I almost feel like even in the big river, like especially guys like you, Cam, and guys are like, dude, it's almost like not even worth it. Just wait. Don't even advertise Springers.
I mean, when you could,
the bottom line is like when somebody comes to you at the Sportsman Show or last fall, when you're talking to them in the boat and they're like, "I want to catch a Springer," it's like you generally put them on the first week of April. Like, that's generally like when things, if it's gonna go down,
bread and butter.
Go down. Like, but like right now, for instance, like today. Or yesterday, we had 69 adults. The 10-year average is coming up. It's 46 adults, but we're running better than the 10-year in what I would think conditions that would not be good for the 10-year. Last year, we only had 17 adults today. 2 days ago we had 29 adults, and last year we only had 5. So we definitely have signs of some fish around. It's not
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if guys are thinking about going out because they're like, screw it, I'm just going to go try, what would you do?
I'd be anchored in like 6-8 feet of water. I'm telling you guys.
Would you use plugs or use jet divers and herring?
I'd use jet divers and herring. I'd use whatever it is, but at the end of the day, like if you got to be in front of them. Like if you're going to anchor fish, you got to pick the right spot. I was talking to a fellow guide we know just yesterday, and he called me up and blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, I was anchored out there at 20 foot at Kalama all day, and I just went, nope. I'm like, you are too deep. Well, what do you mean I'm like, dude, you are. Like those springers, if the water's dirty, they will run so freaking shallow. It is pretty crazy. And the only thing that I'm concerned about and why I haven't gone and done it is because usually these are the years that like the plunkers start freaking trashing.
Yeah, they haven't gone.
They haven't really been getting. That's the only reason why I haven't. That's the only reason why like these last couple of days I went steelhead fishing.
And there's a few getting caught. Don't get me wrong. Like I heard of a few, here and there. But dude, normally these guys are getting them.
Usually the plunkers would be freaking trashing them.
But I've heard from plunkers that the smelt have been a major issue. And that could just be
tangling the lines and stuff. Yeah.
And that could just be it. Like until those smelt kind of clear out. Well, and you and I both know too, when the smelt's crazy like this, you cut open a Springer, they're just loaded with smelt. They eat the hell out of them.
Yeah, but you also caught that Springer.
That's true. They still bite.
They still bite. I don't know, man. God, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the temperature is out there. I haven't been out there myself.
It's been fairly, at least the couple times I've been out.
It's 47 when we were
Yeah, it's fairly warm.
Plenty.
I feel like that's fairly warm for this time of year, though, too.
Yeah, 44, 45, there's no excuse.
Messed around.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely messed around.
Tried a few different things, tried a few different spots, and they just weren't there.
No.
A lot of sea lions, though.
Yeah.
Tons of sea lions.
We also got super impatient, and we were kind of like, oh, let's go here because we know there's more fish getting caught. So then we went and burned like 3 hours somewhere where we shouldn't have probably. But.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to try it because
unless they give us an extension, you only got 4 more days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something tomorrow from a meeting Friday, but I mean, our states, they are not. I had to talk with one of our managers about the buoy 10 stuff and how I'm like, look, set the season like this because there's, damn good and well that if it changes during it, you guys, they can't adjust. They can't, I'm not going to say pull their heads out of their asses, but they can't react. So and
they're
here we are.
super quick to close, but not super quick to open.
Right. Knee-jerk reaction, but they can't be proactive on something like this. And it is, like I said, a little bit of that 10 fish to 1,000 fish getting caught a day thing that could happen. And I know that's what historically they're looking at, why they're not going to do it. But I'd be shocked if they didn't at least give us to like Wednesday next week and then plan on another meeting Monday, Tuesday. But I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
Dude, I hope they do.
So plan on the 6th being the last day.
Think about all these guides too that have had to push all their trips out and stuff. I know of like 5 or 6 personally that have had to do it.
Yeah.
You didn't plan accordingly. If you're a guide this day and age and you're like banking on that like for your mortgage payment stuff, that is not a good place to be. As you and I both know what can happen.
Yeah, for sure, but it still sucks for them.
It sucks. Oh, dude, it sucks for everybody. You got people excited to catch springers and all that crap, and then Mother Nature says,
"Nope."
Yeah.
I guess you do steelhead or take them trout fishing.
Go kokanee fishing. I'm not saying. Do whatever the
I
client
went kokanee fishing with Cliff the other day. It was blast.
Yeah, in this day and age, like I said, it's just the way these seasons are and the way these runs are and the way our states kind of.
Dude, there's no takedown like a kokanee takedown. Let me tell you that. They're pretty savage, dude. I'm not going to lie.
I saw Cliff's video on the first Springer of the year. I'm like, you know what he should have done? I guarantee you somewhere in that bag you guys got, he had a little Chinook. He should have at least picked up a Chinook.
We never caught a Chinook.
Oh, please. You always catch them up there.
Oh. Not where we were at. I don't know. We never caught one. Seriously.
Nope. No, usually catch 1 or 2.
We caught all kokanee.
That'd be so funny.
Little tiny one, little ones.
Like the single hand trout pose.
You gotta get those little hands the guys have.
Yeah.
The entire time we were kokanee fishing, Colt was trying to get one on the mini rod. We had literally a push button mini rod, and he was hand feeding the Dodger out with the bait. And in the last 20 minutes, we finally got one on it. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Those kokanee, though, I do have to say, are a lot of fun. Like, I've always kind of trash talked them because they're just so small. But dude, they're fun. Like, it's so much action packed. You're catching a bunch of them.
Yeah, you're talking about trash talk. I remember how much trash I got like 15 years ago when I started that thing up, and I can tell you, I started that thing up. There wasn't a freaking guide up there for years. Why are you up there kokanee fishing? Chinook? I didn't see one of them. Now everybody's up there, and I don't blame them. It is fun. It is a good time, and it's a freaking.
It's a good interactive fishery,
clients.
And they're phenomenal eating.
And they are phenomenal.
We ate one on the boat. We literally pulled it out and just put it right onto the tin foil. And we actually cooked it on a heater. Cliff has the same heater as you. We cooked it right on the top of the heater. And we used
it's not a bad move.
Dude, we used the seasoning, the chicken seasoning from the freaking little soups.
No.
Dude, it was fire. But it's just because it's a fresh, good eating fish.
Yeah.
Like, they are really, really good. I want to catch more of them to eat them. For sure. And if you catch enough of them, they're damn near. They're pretty much a Springer.
Well, they are. I mean, I guarantee you right now, if you go get, 4-man limit of kokanee versus what you're going to try in the Columbia, you're probably going to come out way ahead going kokanee fishing.
Probably, yeah.
As far as meat in the freezer.
Yeah, and on some of the lakes, the limits are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, big, right? Like 10 fish per person and stuff?
That's what Merlin is. Oh.
What's the other one? The other one's got like 15 per person or something, didn't it?
No, Yale's 10 again.
Oh.
Yeah, they moved it down 8 or 9 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah. But I mean,
Lame.
other great options. I took the boat out with the kids yesterday to Horseshoe a little bit, and just
nice.
I'm watching that place every week. I'm going to be looking. I was really curious what the water temperature was. A little cold still, but I'm like gonna watch that every freaking. I might even go Friday.
Just see where they're at.
Yeah, we didn't stay long, but there's a lot of good stuff coming.
A lot of good trout in there, though.
Oh yeah, I was scoping trout. It was so sick.
That's
Do
cool.
you know when WD?
We should just go do a video on that.
We
I'll
should.
go
That'd be
with
fun.
Scope trout. It is so freaking fun.
That'd
I
be
can sit
super
there
fun.
and just whack like 10 of them, and then I hand the rod to Paisley, and then it's like, okay, we catch like 3, and then it started raining, and we went home. We stayed there an hour, and I probably caught. Like, it's freaking sick, scoping trout.
Yeah, that would be super fun. We should just do a video. When do they do the tag program? When do they start that
I
up?
thought they should have already done that. Oh, maybe
okay.
it's a last Saturday in April thing with the whole lake opener, because some of the lakes in Washington don't open till then.
Yeah, like Swift and stuff doesn't open till then.
Yeah, so it's probably then the trout, statewide trout derby or whatever. Yeah.
That's fun.
Lots of good.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, guys, WDFW does a little tag program where you can win a bunch of prizes. Addicted donated a bunch of stuff to them this year to put in the prizes. So,
so they are doing it, but I haven't heard anything on it yet.
yeah, we donated a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, usually they'll post something or a couple
I
of
think
posts.
you're right. I think it is that last weekend because they kind of do it with the openers.
Yeah.
So they'll restock all the lakes too again with tag trout.
No. Well, what's funny is like with that scope into like where all the bank anglers are, that's not where the population's at.
Yeah.
So we kind of move down the lake a little bit, and then I can find like you'll go like this and you'll pan, and it'll just be like, they're just everywhere. And what's funny about those trout is when you cast a little minnow at them and it hits the surface, like they react like it's pellet food or something because they all. It's like, here they coming. Oh, there he is. I mean, it's freaking dumb.
That's so
like,
funny. What are you casting for them? Just little
just
minnows?
little tiny freaking 16th ounce jig head minnow, little minnow about that big. But I think if I like fine tuned that even more, like you could even be more savage. Little float and fly action, you'd be disgusting.
Yeah, killer.
How many do you want to catch?
That's fun.
See, this is all. Instead of talking about trolling herring and busting 20-pound springers, like this is not what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Bass, kokanee, and
So
trout.
with bass and kokanee, what other spring options do people have right now? Because there's some other cool fisheries in the Northwest. If you're in the Northwest, I know Brandon Trigger just sent me a bunch of pictures of bottom fish.
Yep, you went out there and crushed them with case, and they freaking smoked them. And then I was gonna say too, also that the best guide bail out there is in the springtime. Half day Springer fish, half day sturgeon fish.
Sturgeon.
A lot of sturgeon are active with the smelt run. They tend to put the feed on, and they're gonna
And
keep rolling around, and
sturgeon would be
so
fun.
something else to do.
We should go do that.
Yep.
We should go do
Go
sturgeon.
hammer on them, and then I mean it's.
I know Colt has some pre-rigged baits in his freezer right now. You could just go grab those.
For what?
Because I think we rigged like 9 baits for the sturgeon opener this year.
And then you just
And we just
4 of them.
and used 4 of them. and then we just froze the rest.
That's funny.
It's like, all right, sturgeon.
Right on.
Sturgeon
Last
season,
year,
let's
dude.
go.
Last year, do you remember? I don't know if you were with us this day. Last year during 360 fishing, I caught a shad on my 360 thing, like this big. We took the shad, put a 6-aught hook in it, took it over one cast, and got an oversized fish on it.
I wasn't with you that day, but that sounds like what Pops and I used to do back in the day.
Dude, it was epic. First of all, I was like, how the hell did I just catch a shad on a 360? Have you done that quite a bit?
I don't think I ever have.
Yeah.
Smallies all the time, but up in the upper river, but not shad.
It was crazy. And
That's
it was
funny.
way late, too. They shouldn't even be around that time, right?
Yeah, no kidding. It
was September. It was like mid-September.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But you know those shad are weird. I remember somebody posted a picture of a shad getting caught like in February or March in the channel Springer fishing. And he had like a shad laying on the boat with a Springer. And it's like,
What?
And like
the
a gold shad. And it was like, Earl, what the hell are you doing?
That's weird.
That's crazy. That's crazy. One thing that we need to do, and we keep talking about it, and we still haven't freaking done it, Cam. When are we going to go catch stripers?
Maybe here next week. That's why I'm trying to like plan a little mission.
Dude, I want to catch a striper so freaking bad. I feel like at this point, it's like never going to happen.
Well, I have Saturday, believe it or not, I have Saturday off because I was thinking about fishing the Procure Open down at Silkus. But I think I'm going to lay off the bass tournaments a little bit. But I have Saturday off. But I figured, like, well, if I want to go, if Springer fishing is good, it'll take me about 10 seconds to book
a
Saturday.
trip.
So maybe we just need to just send it down.
Maybe we should just go.
Send it. I'll call our buddies down there and see what's up and just get it over with.
Yeah.
Because it should be prime now.
Yeah.
Like, it should be, like, going.
Good. Should be really
Maybe
good.
they just called me like, hey, can we? Oh, no, he's fishing. I guarantee you they're fishing the Open. But
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we could have just booked him.
yeah, I don't know.
We can. I feel like with what we learned from Steve, we can figure it
yeah.
out.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I think
With this, yeah, for sure. Do you think we could take your bass boat?
we did last time.
Did we?
Yeah, we took my
I
bass.
don't remember that.
Yeah, because then we went and fished.
Oh,
duh,
yeah.
We took it.
That was, yeah, and Steve jumped
Yeah, and
into
I
your
remember
boat.
there was a bunch of freaking. I could see like a little bit of corrosion on like some of the bolts and stuff that hold the motor on and everything. Like it definitely is a little salty down there, but well, oh well.
Oh, well, risk it for the biscuit.
It's gonna happen when I go to California again.
Well, Jason, what are you going to do? We got about 10 more minutes left of the podcast. What are you going to do the next few months? You're going to be moving into Springer fishing the tribs, right?
Yeah, I'll be Springer fishing. I'll probably, like I said earlier in the podcast, I'll be starting my program up probably right around that Easter weekend. Probably fish a couple days before that, and then really start getting into the guide program that week after. So would that be the 21st of April, and then that will pretty much go until first, second week of June. And in that first, second week of June, we'll probably start catching some summer steelhead as well. So then that'll just flow right into, the rest of June, July, August, and then before we know it, we'll be fall Chinook fishing.
I know. It just does seem like time and fishing seasons, everything
It's
go by
gonna go by
freaking fast.
so fast. But I'm looking forward to the Springer season. Our returns, our forecasts are looking pretty good, and as of now, I'm on a 2-fish limit. So unless that changes, that should be pretty freaking
And I've
cool.
already heard of some fish getting caught in the tribs. That's why I thought, okay, fishing's going to be good because we're already seeing some decent fishing in the tribs. And man, I think it's going to be a good year.
I hope so. If it's, just like our steelhead season, if it's half as good as last year, we'll be all right.
It was all right.
It was half as good.
It was all right.
Yeah. So I think we'll be all right. We'll be in it to win it.
You got any trips open that guys can hit you up on?
I do have the last week of April pretty much. I think I have 4 days left in the last week of April, and then the first 2 weeks of June I haven't booked yet. I've booked a couple of days, but for the most part, I think I have like 10 days open in the first half of June.
Cool.
I would say.
How do they get a hold of you?
Go to my website at steelobsession.com, fill out a trip request form, and I will get back to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. What about you, Cam? Are you got any trips? I get messages all the time. Hey, is Cam open? Does he have any
I don't
openings?
have anything through May. just because it's like that's where I put a lot of my Springer fishing now.
Yeah.
June we do, but it's like guys that book trips in June. It's like, well, just book the trip. We don't know what we're doing.
Expect to be able to go a couple different directions.
Do something cool.
Steelhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go. Trust me, the last person in the boat that wants to be board on the guided trip is a guide. Like, tell you
Yeah.
that now. So, like, I always tell people, like, for kind of end of May, June, July, sometimes we get lower Columbia openers for salmon. Sometimes we go above Bonneville.
Sometimes we get good steelhead fishing
Sometimes
early.
we get some good early steelhead fishing. Those sandy amfish, willamette fish. I can't believe I just said that, but I did. Sometimes there's like lots of like you'll have leftover springers that are going into like the lower Willamette still. Like those fish go through the freaking 4th of July.
Yeah.
So that you never know. Like it's just we'll go wherever it's good.
Cam's the same, guys. You just go to his website, gonecatchin.com, and you can just fill out our trip request form.
Yep, we'll do it. And kokanee too. That's usually when I get on all my kokanee trips, kind of mid-May till the end of June.
Fishing them a little deeper that time of year, right?
Yep. Yeah, they're a little more consistent. They're a little bigger too. I mean, nothing about right now. Like, hey, a kokanee's a kokanee is great, but like, if you wait a little later on in the summer, they do get another inch or so on them.
And fatter. I've seen some butter balls that time of year.
Fat mamas. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks again so much for listening to the Addicted Fishing Podcast. Do not forget, like I said, if you haven't shopped the spring merch drop, it's available right now on the website. Until next time, we'll see you guys on the river.
Cheers.